Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking issues. Clayton Kershaw, the iconic Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher and one of baseball's greatest of all time, shocked the sports world when he announced his departure from the club. But what truly caught everyone's attention was a bombshell statement he made, suggesting that there might be corruption within the Dodgers front office. This accusation sent shockwaves through the organization's corridors and stirred up a storm of speculation about what could be happening behind closed doors. Kershaw's revelation, coming from a living legend with a spotless reputation, throws the team into a whirlwind of uncertainty and raises questions about how much this possible corruption might have influenced the decisions shaping the Dodgers' recent trajectory. Was his departure simply the natural end of an era, or is there a darker reason lurking beneath? Fans who always viewed the Dodgers as a paragon of professionalism now find themselves wondering if the franchise they loved has been compromised. From within, the impact of Kershaw's words is poised to reverberate far beyond the front office, creating a charged atmosphere among supporters and media alike. Rumors, theories, and whispers grow louder by the day as the baseball community anxiously anticipates what might come next in this developing saga that threatens to change the Dodgers' legacy forever. As this potential corruption claim gains traction, sports analysts and journalists are digging deeper, trying to decipher the possible motives and consequences behind Kershaw's startling allegation. When a player of Kershaw's stature, renowned worldwide for his integrity both on and off the field, drops a bombshell like this, it can't simply be dismissed as a random outburst. Social media exploded almost immediately, with fans torn between shock and skepticism, while others demand transparency and a thorough investigation. Managing a high-profile team like the Dodgers involves huge financial and political stakes, creating fertile ground for questionable practices, especially in such a lucrative sport as baseball. Rumors have begun to swirl that recent perplexing administrative decisions could be tied to hidden interests within the front office, strengthening the suspicions Kershaw raised. Should these allegations prove true, the club's image, once synonymous with tradition and professionalism, could suffer a devastating blow. The sports world watches with bated breath for official responses, but for now, the buzz intensifies, leaving an uneasy cloud of tension and uncertainty hanging over the Dodgers' future. Behind the scenes, Kershaw's departure, coupled with his explosive revelation, has created an unprecedented atmosphere of tension within the Dodgers organization. Sources close to the team reveal that the front office is on high alert, scrambling to contain the fallout from the pitcher's claims. The suggestion of corruption within the club's leadership has shaken what was previously seen as a rock-solid and efficient management structure. Media pressure and fan outrage have forced members of the front office to retreat from public statements while preparing to face potential internal probes. Kershaw, a figure of professionalism and leadership in the locker room, leaves a void that goes beyond pitching stats, a moral vacuum that's hard to fill. If the corruption claims are confirmed, the franchise will need a profound rebuilding effort to restore investor and fan trust. A sense of mystery and speculation now pervades the Dodgers universe, as many try to piece together the forces at play behind the scenes and which vested interests may be involved. The feeling that something serious is going on within the club is only growing, leaving fans wondering how deep this story will go and what will be exposed next. As the Dodgers season marches on, Kershaw's allegations of corruption cast a long shadow, impacting not only the team's performance on the field, but also the mood in training sessions and strategic meetings. Players and coaching staff feel the weight of this fragile moment, with rumors of internal dissatisfaction and rifts that were previously unthinkable in such a close-knit group. Kershaw's exit, and the one seen as a natural career progression, takes on a new meaning, suggesting the team environment may have been tainted by personal agendas and questionable practices. Corruption in the front office could be linked to financial decisions, player acquisitions, and even manipulations that compromise the transparency and ethics of the franchise. The sports media are increasingly focused on uncovering evidence to confirm or disprove the pitcher's claims. If any wrongdoing is proven, drastic measures may be necessary to safeguard the Dodgers' integrity and the sport's reputation. Official silence prevails for now, but the buzz only grows louder, and the sense that major revelations lie ahead is becoming impossible to ignore, threatening to shake the very foundations of global baseball. Clayton Kershaw has long been synonymous with excellence and integrity, making his corruption accusations even more powerful and difficult to ignore. As one of the franchise's most revered figures and a role model for generations, his words carry immense weight and credibility, adding fuel to suspicions about the Dodgers' management transparency. If such misconduct exists, it raises serious questions about the honesty of internal processes, ranging from contract negotiations to resource management. Confirmation of such unethical practices could jeopardize not only on-field success, but also fan and investor confidence, threatening the franchise's financial stability and brand image. This fragile moment in Dodgers history may mark a turning point, requiring a deep overhaul to rebuild its reputation. Meanwhile, speculation mounts and demand grows for regulatory bodies and baseball authorities to swiftly investigate these allegations. Kershaw's firm stance signals his desire for justice and transparency, even if it means severing ties with a team he once represented with pride. The implications of his words extend far beyond personal grievances, casting a spotlight on the club's governance and the need for accountability. Public opinion is sharply divided in response to Kershaw's revelation, igniting heated debates about the true state of the Dodgers. Many see his departure and accusations as indicative of a brewing institutional crisis with far-reaching consequences. Others question whether this could be a strategic move by Kershaw to pressure management or express personal dissatisfaction. Regardless of motivation, the gravity of the charge demands swift, clear answers to avoid eroding the trust of fans and the wider baseball community. Social media reactions reflect Kershaw's widespread respect, but also highlight how sensitive the topic is, spawning conspiracy theories and wild speculation about those involved. Amid the swirling chaos, calls for thorough investigations grow louder, not just to protect the Dodgers' image, but to uphold the sport's integrity as a whole. This unprecedented situation puts American baseball on high alert, with global eyes watching closely for the next developments in this unfolding drama. Meanwhile, across the league, other franchises are carefully monitoring the situation, with the Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw's explosive statements. Corruption allegations in the front office of such an influential club could set a dangerous precedent for the entire sport, raising questions about the governance of all teams and MLB's oversight effectiveness. Confirmed wrongdoing could trigger investigations into other organizations, destabilizing the competitive balance of the league. Conversely, this crisis might serve as a wake-up call, prompting the adoption of stricter, more transparent management standards and strengthening the league's credibility. Executives and agents are already strategizing on how to navigate the fallout, and plans for crisis management are underway. Far from being an isolated incident, Kershaw's departure and allegations might ignite a comprehensive shift in baseball governance, particularly regarding ethics and responsibility. The level of anticipation is immense, with the entire baseball world holding its breath, awaiting clear answers that could shape the sport's future. Ultimately, Clayton Kershaw's revelations mark a new chapter in the Dodgers' history. Once defined by stability and success, now overshadowed by scandal and suspicion, the franchise faces an enormous challenge to cleanse its image and regain the trust of fans, investors, and partners. The very suggestion of corruption within the front office, even unproven, casts doubt on the future trajectory of a team long admired for its tradition and professionalism. Transparent investigations and accountability will be essential to repairing the damage and restoring faith. Meanwhile, Kershaw's exit is no longer merely a farewell to a club legend, but the opening move in a potential internal revolution. The atmosphere is charged with tension and an uncertainty, but also ripe with potential for deep and positive transformation. Baseball fans around the globe watch closely, knowing this saga could redefine not only the Dodgers' destiny, but also the sport itself, bringing long-standing issues to the forefront like never before. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Moreover, the Dodgers' possible internal corruption raises alarms across other franchises and sports leagues in the US, sparking fears that such problems might be more widespread than previously assumed. Major League Baseball may face pressure to ramp up audits and oversight mechanisms not only for the Dodgers, but for all teams, aiming to prevent similar scandals from emerging. This could lead to significant governance reforms, including stricter financial controls and greater transparency. In administrative decisions, calls for enhanced ethics and accountability in professional sports are likely to gain momentum, putting the league's reputation on the line depending on how it handles this crisis. Fans themselves are becoming more vigilant and demanding higher standards from teams and governing bodies, creating a more critical sporting environment. This wave of change could transform American baseball into a global exemplar for ethical conduct in sports, influencing other leagues and disciplines wrestling with their own management challenges. In this sense, Kershaw's revelation might have an impact far beyond what anyone expected. Within the Dodgers locker room, the atmosphere is shifting noticeably in the wake of Kershaw's exit and the swirling corruption allegations. Players who previously focused solely on their on-field roles are beginning to voice concerns about the organization's stability and trustworthiness. Reports suggest morale is dipping, with some athletes questioning recent front office decisions and the overall work environment. Such unease can directly influence game performance, potentially sparking a negative feedback loop hard to reverse. Without strong leadership interventions, team leaders now face the daunting task of motivating a group unsettled by uncertainty and scandal. Kershaw's departure, while a loss on the mound, also leaves a symbolic gap, as he was a cornerstone of team culture. Surrounded by rumors and doubts, the squad may endure a turbulent stretch requiring resilience and unity to overcome. The front office will need to act decisively to prevent the situation from worsening and to maintain competitiveness in upcoming seasons. On a broader scale, the potential corruption scandal threatens to tarnish the image of American baseball. On the international stage, baseball has long been heralded as a symbol of integrity and competitive spirit in the US, and confirmation of such allegations could deal a serious blow. Sponsorship deals worth millions could be jeopardized as companies reconsider their associations, directly impacting revenues and sport development programs. International fans and followers of other sports are watching closely to see how the league addresses the issue. This scrutiny might spark a domino effect, increasing pressure for transparency and ethical governance across multiple sports globally. The Dodgers crisis could become a case study on the risks of mismanagement in professional athletics, serving as a warning to all stakeholders. Therefore, the consequences of this situation extend well beyond local or league boundaries, potentially influencing the future landscape of baseball worldwide. On the other hand, some speculate that Kershaw's allegations might be driven by personal interests or internal conflicts unrelated to actual corruption. This theory suggests the pitcher could be leveraging his departure and claims to pressure the front office for better contract terms or favorable conditions surrounding his exit. Such maneuvering is not uncommon in professional sports, which often involve complex power struggles and negotiations. Should this hypothesis hold water, the accusations would lose some of their weight, potentially being viewed as part of internal club politics rather than systemic wrongdoing. Still, the mere fact that a player of Kershaw's caliber has voiced such concerns puts the Dodgers' governance under intense scrutiny, compelling the administration to respond and clarify. The ambiguity around the motives behind the claims only fuels public suspense and keeps media and fans glued to every new development in this ongoing story. Rumors have also surfaced that Dodgers investors and sponsors are growing increasingly uneasy about the unfolding situation. In the fiercely competitive sports market, a club's reputation is one of its most valuable assets. Confirmed corruption could lead to reduced or withdrawn financial backing, threatening the team's operational capacity and ability to sign our top talent. This financial uncertainty adds pressure on the front office to act quickly and decisively. On the flip side, some stakeholders are reportedly advocating for a swift resolution and radical reforms to restore faith and stabilize the CAM club. The possibility of new ownership or management structures has even been floated in private conversations, suggesting a significant shakeup could be on the horizon. The Dodgers' business future may depend heavily on how this crisis is handled, with lasting repercussions beyond the baseball field. This undercurrent of financial tension underscores the high stakes involved in the scandal. Meanwhile, fans remain deeply divided, some staunchly defending the Dodgers' legacy and refusing to believe Kershaw's allegations, while others are calling for thorough investigations and accountability. This division reflects the complex emotions involved when a beloved sports institution faces a potential scandal. For many, the Dodgers are more than just a team. They represent history, pride, and community. The rumors and accusations threaten to fracture this bond, creating a sense of betrayal among longtime supporters. Yet, there is also a growing chorus advocating for truth and transparency as the foundation for rebuilding trust. Social media platforms have become battlegrounds where these opposing views clash, shaping public discourse around the issue. How? This polarization evolves will influence the club's ability to unite its fan base during these challenging times and beyond. Finally, the unfolding saga surrounding CLAYTON, KERSHAW, and the Dodgers might mark the beginning of a much-needed era of change and renewal within the franchise. If the allegations spur real investigations and lead to genuine reforms, the club could emerge stronger and more resilient, setting new standards for ethics and management in professional sports. Kershaw's bold move might inspire other athletes to speak out against injustice and corruption, potentially transforming the culture of baseball. While the immediate outlook is filled with uncertainty and tension, there is hope that this crisis could catalyze positive transformation. The Dodgers have the opportunity to turn this challenging moment into a historic comeback, reaffirming their position as a flagship franchise in the world of sports. The coming months will be crucial as fans, players, and officials watch closely to see whether transparency and accountability will triumph over scandal and secrecy. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.